my name's Paul Wallace. I'm a trader and coach, and the Kind People Investing channel invited me back to have a talk about two or three sort of elements that are of interest to me at the moment. So I thought today that we'd have a little look at some of the sort of ETFs of sectors and parts of the US economy. So if we look at my first chart, what you'll see there is what we've got here is XLP, okay, which is the Consumer Staples ETF. If you're not aware of it, you know, there's kind of big names like Procter & Gamble, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Walmart, Costco, etc. in there, okay? So, you know, I caveat these as always is that, you know, I'm a trader. I'm looking at charts and looking to make a decision whether I'm going to be a buyer or seller or sit on my hands. And when I look at this chart, well, you know, it's that's a daily chart for 2020, and it's a pretty interesting chart. It's been all over the shop. But what I'd like you to sort of focus on is that really sort of from kind of April, we went in a period of consolidation. You can see there in that range. But realistically, from sort of about the start of July, we've just been in a kind of a really lovely daily uptrend there. You know, really sort of just leaps off the chart at you there, okay? And it's just a, you know, a nice, lovely trend to be able to sort of watch and be part of. What I'm interested in now for myself personally is that, you know, yesterday what happened is that we traded through the pre-COVID highs for the first time, okay? We had a high there from pre-COVID sort of February, March time of about $64.84. Yesterday we traded through it, and I'm always fascinated about how a instrument reacts when it actually reaches either previous all-time highs or previous lows. So I'll be watching this today to see how it reacts, okay, to see, well, you know, can it get above those highs and close on daily and weekly levels, which is quite bullish for myself, or will there be a pullback from there, okay? Will there be a, you know, a withdrawal from that as some people look to take profit? So that's there on my watch list to see how that reacts over the next couple of days. If we look at my second chart, well, my second chart here is iBuy, which is the ETF for online retailers. So really kind of any company that generates about 70% of its revenues from online sources, you know, go into that ETF. I think it's about 75% minimum, maybe up to about 85% stocked with US particular instruments. So companies like, you know, Etsy, Stitch, PayPal, etc. But, you know, what's important for us is to look at this chart and, you know, we talk about how, you know, good trends leap off the page at you, and that's what we can see here. And it's been since those lows, it's just been in an absolutely beautiful uptrend. And you can see there's a couple of nice supporting trend lines that we've seen. But actually, you know, we can see here that over the last week to price rallied strongly there to those kind of, you know, all-time new highs. But then we had a little bit of a pullback away from it, okay? A little bit of a pullback. It's created a pivot around about that $88 mark. And now what I've been watching for the last couple of days is, you know, is it actually going to reassault those previous highs? And in which case, is it actually going to break to new all-time highs, which would be fascinating? Or will it just basically turn into maybe a double top? You know, could it get up there and then reverse off that and, you know, and double top there? In which case, that kind of pivot level at around about $88 becomes pretty interesting for me, because I see if, you know, we have a break of that, well, then you know, there might be a kind of a fall away back down to that sort of trend line, and where it's sort of completing up there around about $84. So, as I said, it's another one to add to the watch list just to keep an eye on there. And if we look at the final chart for today, what I've got here is OIH, which is the Oil Services ETF. And that basically is the sort of top 25 US listed oil service companies. It's about 95% US based, but, you know, once again, what we're looking at is, you know, just look at the chart. You can see there that there's been a really nice supporting trend line there, okay? That's very clear and very evident. I've drawn in a sort of you know, kind of a higher resistance line, which some people like, maybe other people would disagree with me on that. But, you know, what we also have there on the chart I've added is a 200 period exponential moving average. And when I add them all together, I personally see that, you know, prices, maybe it's coiling up a little bit, okay? It's kind of, you know, it's sort of drawing its way towards you know, as a sort of a triangle. We're getting to a decision point. And so that goes on my watch list, because I want to see, you know, which way price will take us over the coming days, weeks and months. So I hope you found that useful, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it's given you a bit of insight. As always, I wish you the best of success with your own trading and investing endeavors, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.